It's February 2, 2023. My name is Jimmy Van, and this is KYN Live. My guest says Circle K blesses us with Polar Pops. Apparently, he always eats the fries before the burger, and he is a self-professed lime lover. He is the new co-host of the Gaming Gone Weird podcast here at Know Your News on Saturdays. This is Nicktana. Nick, how are you, man?
I'm good, Jimmy, man. Thank you for that introduction. He's got it all said and done, man. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, the fries got to come first before the burger if we're talking about that. And shout out to Circle K. Any Circle K lovers, they gave me a Polar Pop for free. I was like, hey, I'll take that any day of the week. Blessed.
Why'd they give you it for free? What was the reason?
I honestly don't know. I walked in, grabbed my Polar Pops. I got a Coke for my wife. I got a Mountain Dew for myself, and that's all I got. I put them up on the table. She's like, "That all you getting?" I was like, "Yeah, this is it." And she's like, "You're good to go." I like double took. I was like, "Yeah," like she deserves a raise, a medal.
I wonder if in reality she was in the middle of robbing the place. And then when you came in, she's like, I need to get him out of here quick. So just take it. Just take
it. In and out. Right. Like I got some things I got to do. He can't be here. He doesn't have to go home, but he can't be here. We got to get him out of here.
All right. Well, here's what's going to happen. We're going to talk to KYN 7 of the top news stories of the week that are stupid, funny, or weird. I'm going to get your reactions, and I'll ask you questions along the way. And guys, send in your super chats to get your question or statement read on the air. If you don't want to donate through YouTube, or if you can't catch the show live, go to kynchat.com, leave a question or statement anytime you want, and we'll read it on the air. Another week, 7 more good ones. They're totally real. Can't wait to get your reaction. Nick, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm so excited, Jimmy. I'm super excited. Let's get into it, man.
Super excited. Let's start with story number 7.
Let's
reported by One News New Zealand. Okay, so residents in the island community of Waiheke, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Waiheke, they are being tormented, Nick. They're being tormented. Some of them say that they're being targeted. One resident named Jacob, he said that it is tearing his friend group apart, and it is tearing the town apart because they don't know who this mysterious tormentor is. My question for you is, what is this tormentor doing to these poor people?
If I had to guess anything, sorry about my dogs, by the way. That's very, very, very loud. Wife must be home. But I will say that they aren't getting Polar Pops for free. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. What do you got to say, Jimmy? What do you think they're doing?
They're putting sausages in mailboxes. We got to pick a one. Look at this. That's what they're doing. So they are calling this guy the Surfdale Sausager. They've been leaving sausages wrapped in bread and dressed in butter and tomato sauce in mailboxes. They've been doing it for months. The first time, people thought someone did it in a drunken stupor, like they accidentally left it there. Since then, it continues to happen. And here is a quote from that resident Jacob, and this is a real quote. He said, "I know you're out there. Just know one thing. You will be unmasked, and your horrible deeds will be known by the community, and you will be shunned." It's like a Liam Neeson quote from a movie, but he's serious. How would you feel? How would you feel?
Scary.
If someone's leaving you sausages in the mailbox, how would you feel about that?
First off, I would have to figure out who's getting to that. Like, honestly, like that sausage looked absolutely terrible. I don't know. I like ketchups and stuff like that. But first off, we don't know how many calories that bread is. Second of all, like, I feel like a sausage would be like in a bun. Like, no pun in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna have a sausage, I want it to be in a bun. But like, that's absolutely scary. I feel like I would be like scared for my life. Like, if somebody just kept on putting food that I don't even know where it's coming from into my mailbox, like I check the mailbox for like bills, like maybe a postcard or maybe some of my Amazon trips. But like a sausage is straight up insane. I don't even know. Like, I mean, is it cheese filled? Is it just a regular sausage? It
doesn't look like it. No, I mean, first off, you're not going to eat this thing, right?
Oh, absolutely not. We don't know how long it's been sitting out there. If it's out in the heat too.
Yeah. Not only that, but you're already screwed because there's no fries next to it.
Oh yeah, because I'm eating the fries first. So it's like, I'm confused on where to even start.
All right. So with every story that we do, I like to ask a question that's somehow related to it. And so my question for you with this one is, what toppings do you like on your hot dogs? Or we already know, are you more of a burger person?
Me personally, I like the burgers. I like burgers, man. You got to put some cheese on it, lettuce, pickles, tomatoes. I like everything on it. I like everything on my burgers. I like a good hot dog though too. But if we're going hot dogs, just ketchup, chili, onions, and I'm good to go.
But bread dressed in butter and tomato sauce, that ain't working for you.
No, tomato sauce sounds terrible. I don't know what I would even put that on.
I don't know if it's a New Zealand thing or if they're just doing that to fuck with people. I don't know. But this is what they're doing, and he remains on the loose. By the way, the Surfdale Sausager remains on the loose.
That's a crazy name. That is like, I don't like the people that put that together. That's just an insane name. Maybe me and you got to get together and try this tomato juice. Maybe he's just trying to help someone out.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he's like, this is the secret ingredient. This is the recipe. We need to share this.
That's why he's leaving them in mailboxes, because he wants to.
Yeah, like I mean, like it's already like it seems weird if he knocks on the door and do it. So maybe he's like, all right, look, I'm gonna put this in the mailbox. You come out, check it. You know
maybe
what I'm
that's
saying?
what it is.
Take our chances.
Right, let's go to story number 6, reported by ghpage.com. Oh, you're gonna like this one. So there is a church in Atlanta, Georgia called the New Glow Baptist Church. They have been struggling to attract and retain new members, particularly men, because, the conventional style of preaching the gospel, it doesn't seem to work as effectively anymore as it used to.
Mm-hmm.
So the leaders of this church, they are trying a new strategy in an effort to attract new members. And my question for you, Nick, is what is this new strategy?
I tell you how they're not going to get people in that church if they show Atlanta Falcon highlights in there, man. Shout out to my team. I love my team. I love my team to death, Jimmy. I'm telling you I do, but God, they frustrate me. Like, I wish I could say that, man. Maybe some of the Georgia Bulldog football players are there, man. Shout out my dogs, back-to-back natties, by the way. But that's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. Like, there has to be something. I know it's not the Falcons, though, because we all know they drive me insane looking at them play. Like, ugh.
No, so the New Glow Baptist Church, they put up an Instagram page featuring nothing but women with enormous breasts. Here is a screenshot of it.
Okay.
That is the actual New Glow Baptist Church Instagram. The top of the page says, "Come as you are. There are no dress codes here." And they've taken it a step farther because, oh yeah, the New Glow Baptist Church, they also have a Patreon charging $15 a month where they post new pictures 3 times a week featuring, quote, the women of New Glow, or so they claim they are. They're claiming that these women are parishioners. I'm going to go ahead and call bullshit. That's what they're claiming. So I got to ask you, what do you think? A church with a Patreon and an Instagram, women with big boobs? Something tells me that their goal is not just to spread the word of the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely not. I mean, bless them and their goals and whatever else. But there's definitely some side motive here. Is it going to work? I guess we're going to find out next Sunday. We never know. But like, I'm curious to see how this method is going to work. They might have cracked the code, but there's definitely some side motive going on, and we'll just have to see how it pans out. I mean,
I haven't gone to church in many, many years.
Are you going to go to church now?
No, but when I was a kid, I never saw no one like that in my church. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so either.
Especially dressed in that attire.
No,
that didn't happen.
No.
All right, my question for you with this one: have you ever been persuaded by someone that you were attracted to go somewhere or to do something that you otherwise would never have done?
I'm married, Jimmy. I'm married. I think my wife has always had plans and that she wants to do. And maybe sometimes it's like I'm trying to kick back on the couch, but man, she wants to make plans. We got to go out to eat, or we got to go hang out with the in-laws. I love them to death, but sometimes it is like that, to go persuaded to go do something else. So,
but you never, something off the wall, something where you're like, I have to do what?
No, I think she's pretty sane with those type of plans. I can't think of anything too crazy.
All right, good to know. Well, reminder, guys, get in your super chats to have your question or statement read on the air. Or if you can't catch the show live, go to kynchat.com, leave a contribution at any time, and we will read your question or statement on the next show. All right, let's move on to story number 5, reported by Yahoo Canada. Okay, get this one. So there is a new type of therapy that is being offered around the world. They have it in the United States. They have it in Canada. They have it in the UK. It supposedly helps people struggling to build relationships. And it also is said to be a natural antidepressant. It relieves anxiety and it strengthens our immune system. Nick, what is this new form of therapy that is available?
Therapy. Cures antidepressants. Seems like it relaxes you a lot. I mean,
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
I kind of have an idea. Don't know if I can say here, but I kind of have.
Oh, you can
something in
say
mind.
anything you want. You can say anything you want.
That's gotta be. I feel like it's a little bit of that weed, to be honest with you. It could be, right? Yes, no.
It's called professional cuddling, and we have a video clip courtesy of the Cuddle Sanctuary. Check this out. This is real.
You said you wanted some warm up before we went into being held. Are you feeling ready to try that out?
Yeah, let's give it a try.
Give it a try? Okay. So I'm going to sit up in the corner over here. Okay. Stay where you are for now. Okay. Hey. And look, I need the space in front of you. I am now your chair. You can come in back into me. And I'll give you a big hug from here. Yeah? Okay, I can have your weight. You can give it.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, it feels good.
So there are websites where independent cuddlers can book sessions. They can do them virtual or they can do them in person. Some are charging $100 an hour or more. I mean, wouldn't Tinder be cheaper? What do you think, Nick?
I feel like, yeah, if you don't want to pay that $100, but like that, how do you get a virtual cuddle? Like, could we test?
I don't know. I haven't tried it. I mean, maybe I could put Joel to the test and say, Joel, hey, you got to do some research for Know Your News.
Right.
But I got no idea. But I looked on a couple of these websites when I was doing my research for the story, and they have people offering remote cuddling sessions. So,
it looks kind of relaxing, to be honest with you. It looks like he was very calmed down. Me personally, I don't know if I could pay $100 for cuddling. That me personally, because I am married and whatever, but I don't think she would cuddle me for free though. But I mean, we'd have to test it. But like you said, I feel like Tinder would be a lot cheaper, and you could kind of just play the game, just play the swipe game, swipe, and then just be like, and then when you get there, just be like, how do you feel about cuddling?
Right, yeah,
right.
And you're not paying $100 an hour,
right?
So it's kind of getting done.
I think you're putting people on the game, Jimmy. I think people are going to take this tactic to the next level.
Maybe I don't know. Have you ever booked a virtual session for anything unrelated to work? Have you booked any kind of virtual session for anything at all aside from like a job, like a Zoom board meeting or something?
No, not that I can think of off the top of my head. Not a virtual meeting, like getting to talk to people. Maybe I talk to like my friends on Discord, or I mean, we do these little things on Know Your News and stuff like that. But that's about it for me, really.
So I guess you're not going to be booking any cuddle sessions over Zoom or any therapy sessions whatsoever over Zoom. Is that your jam at all?
Jimmy, there's a time for everything. I wouldn't count it out. There's a time for everything. I might go browse my sites. We might see if we can get a coupon in there to kind of lower it down a little bit. We'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be coupons or like a little bit of like Valentine's Day promos or something like that.
Some Polar Pops.
Get your cuddles for a little bit cheaper than $100. We gotta be budgeters around here.
I got you. So if anybody's watching this, if you are a professional cuddler and if you want to contact us with a promo code, we have a customer for you ready to go. Let's go on to story number 4. This is reported by the Mazoki Network. Okay, get this one. So there was a 33-year-old man in Cameroon, and he was a coffin maker. And he was struggling to generate sales and to make ends meet. And so he decided that he had to get a little bit more ambitious. He had decided that he had to do what he could to try to drum up sales and improve his business. So Nicktana, what did he do?
To improve coffin business, it's gonna be something so far-fetched. I already know it is. He had to like show off people in a coffin, which sounds very weird, but I mean, like, I feel like this is the show where like something crazy like that has to happen. He's taking a picture of dead people. I'm calling it right there. Boom.
That's not a bad guess. So what he did was he stormed a nearby hospital and he removed IVs from patients in an effort to kill them.
Oh my God.
And we have a pic of the guy. This is a pic of the actual guy right here. There he is. So he was caught by a nurse. There was a nurse on duty. He got caught. He attempted to flee. The hospital called the police. And as you can see, they were able to get him. And now he is facing attempted murder charges. What do you think? Bonus points for ambition on this one?
What is happening? Are you kidding me? I have been watching Grey's Anatomy. Shout out to Grey's Anatomy. I've been watching Grey's Anatomy. I haven't gotten to that crazy episode yet, but like, what are we doing? Like, that is like a different level of like, all right, this is like plan Z. Like, this is the last plan. Like, this has to work right now. Like, no, bonus points for ambition. No, that man, like, no, absolutely not. I don't think he got any sales. I don't think he'll get any sales for a long time. I am shook. I thought it was going to be something like I thought I was pretty close. Like, I'm sitting here like, okay, maybe he's like trying to display how someone comfy is in a coffin. I'm like, that could make sense. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a little, like, whatever in coffins. I really don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here. But like, to just go and just to the hospital and just start unplugging people, like somebody is probably there. Like somebody that's watching them just go straight to the cafeteria and then like out of nowhere, like, what? Like, what if someone, I don't know. I'm shook. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Well, the part of the story that kind of makes me scratch my head. Okay, let's say he was successful and let's say that he killed somebody.
Yeah.
Why is the family going to him for the coffin?
Right. Like, so
Right?
you could see him face to face and it's like, I know, look, like, I know
And
we've
you're not going to give him business. You know what I'm saying?
I know we had our problems in the past, but it's like, we could, like, what does he expect? Like a high five and just be like, hey, man, we're cool. Right?
Solid
we
work.
Cool?
Solid craftsmanship.
Oh, no, Jimmy. No, man. No. No, that's not it. That is not it, bro. They don't teach you that in business school.
The reaction to that exceeded my expectations. Let's go on to story number 3, reported by WCHS Eyewitness News. Okay, so there is a beloved statue, an iconic statue in the town of Kanawha County, West Virginia. And after a fire devastated the building where it was located, it was stolen.
Okay.
People were desperate to find it, and so photos went up everywhere. An award was offered for information leading to its return, and the police were on the case. Eventually, a tip led to the statue's recovery, and they were able to get it. And my question for you, Nick, what was so special about this beloved statue?
I can't. After that story, I feel like we're only like on a snowball effect going down. Guys, this is like my second day here. Right? I am very like this is escalating. Man, I can't even tell you. But like, I remember, like, didn't people used to steal like the big boy statue and stuff all the time? I don't know what it is with people stealing these statues. Like, they're there for a reason. Where are you gonna put something that big, for one? Two, like, I don't understand like, why are we taking it? Tell me why'd they take it, Jimmy? I gotta hear this now. Why'd they take it?
Well, in this case, this statue was considered beloved and iconic because they called it Weinerman, and we got pics. Look at this. This is real. So there it is. It belongs.
My.
So get this. This statue belongs to a restaurant called the Dairy Winkle. The Dairy Winkle. It stands about 32 inches tall. Weinerman has become part of this iconic restaurant. The hot dog statue, obviously it stands out. It's licking its lips while clutching squeezed bottles of ketchup and mustard. What do you think of Weinerman, Nick?
This is the guy. This is the guy that was putting the sausages in the mailbox. We just solved the case, Scooby-Doo style. But like, honestly, like, I think he's pretty dope. Honestly, he is cool. Like, I mean, that's a cool looking statue. It's different. You don't see it every day. And I mean, he's covering himself up in that ketchup. So shout out to Weinerman. Weinerman? Okay, ketchup. Yeah. Ketchup and mustard. He's getting himself all ready, and it looked like he had some nice work boots on, so you know he works hard for his family. So I can understand the love for him. Like, I'm having love for Weinerman too. But listen, I don't have a wiener place around me, or I'm just gonna. You know what I mean, man.
Hot dog place. Hot dog place. Yeah.
The hot dog place. Got it. Good.
So of all the iconic statues, the iconic statues they could have had in Kanawha County, West Virginia, Weinerman is the one that's like the icon. Okay, so a question for you. Maybe you'll be honest, maybe you won't be. Have you ever taken a selfie with a statue that you were willing to admit?
Selfie with a statue?
Yep.
I don't know if it's the same, but I did take a selfie with a Justin Bieber cutout when I was like in high school. That's about it for me.
With
Hey,
a Justin
here
Bieber cut
I'm here to admit it. I'm here to admit it. Me and my boys, we were at the mall. We walked up into Macy's. It was Macy's or J.C. Penney or one of them. And there was a little cutout of Justin Bieber. And we just, we took our phones. Weird. It was just a funny thing. I don't know. It was funny to me. Justin Bieber was the man back then. Justin Bieber was on top back then.
I'm Canadian.
Are you Canadian?
I'm Canadian. And so, Bieber's Canadian. I can't say I'm a fan, but I actually have a connection to Justin Bieber.
Do you really?
Yes. So I have a wrestling arcade game.
Okay.
I think it's called WWF Superstars. It's this old wrestling arcade game. And a friend gave it to me when I moved into my house as like a housewarming gift.
Mm-hmm.
He acquired the WWF Superstars arcade game from Justin Bieber's dad.
No way.
Yes, because I'm in the province of Ontario, Canada. The Bieber family lives in the province.
Okay.
They live like west side of the province. And so he had it for sale and my buddy bought it from him. And my buddy said, when I went to pick it up, I recognized the dude and I was trying to figure out how I recognize the guy, and it was Bieber's dad.
That's awesome. That's a cool way to know him. That's a cool little connection to have. I see you.
I don't know him at all, but hey, I got
you're close. Like we're like talking walking distance though. We're like talking we're talking like
it's a bit of a drive. It's a bit of a drive.
What I meant, like we're talking like it's like a few steps away. You know what I'm saying? Like to getting there.
Separation. Right.
You're talking.
Yeah. All right. Final reminder, guys, get in your super chats to get your question or statement right on the air, or go to kynchat.com, leave a contribution at any time, and we'll read your question or statement on the next show. We're whipping through these, man. We got 2 left. On to story number 2.
Yes,
reported by Car Buzz. All right, this is an interesting one too. So there's an automaker out of Costa Mesa, California. They're called Resvani Motors, and they were scheduled to debut their latest SUV at the Barrett-Jackson auction in Scottsdale, Arizona recently. Now, they say that the video game, or that the car, I should say, is inspired by a video game. What is unique about this new SUV from Resvani Motors that makes it stand out in the crowd?
It's got to look like something from Cars, man. I'm talking like eyeball headlights, maybe like some little features and stuff like that. If you're saying SUV and you're saying video game, I'm thinking like something like that, I guess. I don't know, like something that would like connect to like some sort of animation or something like that. So Cars went off the top of my head, but like what makes it so special, especially like an SUV? I can't think of anything. Like is it valuable in like is it more valuable to like load stuff into the SUV, or are we talking about exterior? Like does it look a certain way?
Well, when you talk about it being like the movie Cars, you're on the completely other end of the spectrum, because in reality, this thing is an armored, bulletproof, tactical style vehicle that they called the Vengeance. And we got pics. Look at this thing.
Oh, God, that looks sweet.
This is based on an Escalade, but obviously it's modified. The bulletproof military package covers the outside and underneath, including explosives protection. There are also features like electrified door handles, a thermal night vision system, a steel ram bumper, gas masks, bulletproof vests, and the price starts at $249,000 US. I look at that thing, Nick, and I think to myself, who the hell is the customer for this thing? RoboCop?
Master Chief, one of them.
Master
Chief would drive that, and I'm very confident that car, that SUV is nice. And like you got to think of the benefits, man. So like if you ever get into like a tank war, you're gonna be right there like with it. You're gonna be prepared if something were to pop off.
Who needs that thing? Something were to like, are we getting invaded tomorrow? Like,
you know what? If someone is driving too slow in front of you, or if someone wants to be on your rear end, I mean, you're a step of the game. I think people are going to think twice before they're like right up on your bumper or right in front of you. So like, I feel like we're playing the intimidation game now. The intimidation game. You're going to see me rolling in that thing with tinted windows, you know, playing some good metal music or a good rap, you know what I'm saying? Some pump up songs, blasting like with the subs in the back, because I'm putting subs in it. So I feel like people are going to be a little petrified by that.
And why do you think they call it the Vengeance? Like, what are you trying to avenge with this thing? Why do you think they call it Vengeance?
That sounds like something like out of like a superhero movie, or like if Batman had an SUV, it'd be the Vengeance or something like that. So that's kind of like usually they have like different names. Like I just feel like that's yeah, like you said, vengeance. Like, what are we venging here? Like, I'm just trying to get to work and get my Circle K Polar Pop. Like, I don't think we need to avenge anybody. I think we're good on that. We're good on that.
I think so. Yeah. All right. So if you could modify a vehicle any way that you wanted to, whether it exists or not, if you could do it, what modifications would you add to your car?
To my car?
Or any car. Whatever, any car.
I'm a big Jeep fan. I am a super, super big Jeep fan. But like they have like the Jeep truck now. I think it's called the Gladiator. Like, I think those things do not look that great. But I feel like if we combine the Jeep Gladiator with the Vengeance and we make some super, super decked out Gladiator with bulletproof windows, like bulletproof doors and all that stuff, I think we'd have my dream vehicle. And
it sounds like
it's got to have subs.
Made.
It's got to have subs. The speakers got to be loud. I want people to hear me down other neighborhoods too.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Yeah,
you're one of those.
I don't have any sub. I've never had a car with like subs, but you know what I'm saying? I like bumping my music. Like I want to be surrounded by the sound.
Sometimes I'll be sitting in my home office here and all I hear outside is boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
boom.
Sometimes I can't stand
what are they doing?
Sometimes I can't stand it either. Like, and you could tell sometimes when it's like, okay, those subs sound okay, but then you see like a little Chevy Cavalier or something, like something small, like a slug bug or something, and then it's like it doesn't even sound good, and you're like, all right, was it worth it? Was it necessary? But to each its own for
Well, it is already time for story number 1. We have gone through this quick. Story number 1, reported by Oddity Central. Can't wait to get your reaction on this one. So there is a Japanese researcher at Kyoto University. His name is Soyoshi Maruka. And one day, a student brought 50 gypsy moth larvae into the lab and gave them to Mr. Maruka as a gift. Mm-hmm. He didn't know what to do with these gypsy moth larvae, but he decided, well, I might as well keep them alive. So he kept them. They turned into caterpillars. There was a cherry tree near the university, so he would go there and pick leaves and feed the caterpillars the cherry tree leaves.
Okay.
One day, light bulb went off in his head, and he figured out exactly what to do with these caterpillars. And my question for you, Nick, what do you think he did?
Well, he probably made it easier to where he didn't have to go out and pick leaves all the time. He had to build him some sort of a room or some sort. It's got to be something smart. It's got to be something super smart. Shout outs to him for taking care of him though. And like, you know what I'm saying? It was his responsibility to like take this as a gift, and he took care of them. So shout outs to him for that. But what did he do? What did he do to take care of these guys?
He decided to brew tea out of caterpillar shit. And we got pics. Check this out. These pics right here. So one day while cleaning up the droppings, he noticed a pleasant smell, a pleasant fragrance. And he said that it immediately inspired him to brew the caterpillar poop into tea. He calls it Chu Hai Cha tea. He's experimented with about 40 different types of plants, 20 insects and larvae so far. He did a crowdfunding campaign to commercialize the tea, and he has surpassed 3 million yen, which is about 23,000 US dollars. What do you think, Nick? Would you be a customer for caterpillar poop tea?
No. I'm surprised that you said that. He's like, the poop just smelled like it just had a great smell. Like, I can't remember the last time I pooped personally, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a good smell. But like, that's some smart stuff. And then he used that to take care of them. Like, that's smart. That's smart, but not the answer I wanted to. I don't know what's worse than like that was kind of like a heartwarming story, but then it was like poop tea, and it's like, if that's what they're into. That's what they're into. I've had my weird like meal mixes before too, but are you gonna get yourself some poop tea?
I'm not a tea guy anyway. I'm like, I'm a coffee guy and a beer guy, not so much a tea guy. So I'm not the one to answer. My wife is a tea girl, but something tells me, I told her this story the other day, and the look on her face told me she's not going to be drinking any caterpillar shit tea.
No, that caterpillar poop looked awfully strange too. Like, but like, hey, if it works, it works. That's some next level stuff.
I'd like to know, how fragrant was it? So I understand he fed them cherry tree leaves. I get it. But caterpillar shit, it's got to be like, like tiny little ball bearing type size stuff. Like how fragrant could it be? You know what I mean?
this is I already got the sauce for you. This is why we did it. He had to have been pre-collecting this because like you said, it's this small. Like we're talking like put under a microscope type small. So you have to probably like put 30 of them in that bottle like he did, and then eventually he probably got a smell from it, because there's no way you're finding that. Sorry about that. You're finding that inside. You're finding that and just smelling it right away. You had to have had so much of it that you finally got a whiff of it. So that's what I'm guessing. He put it all in a jar, preloaded. For some weird reason, he was collecting it. He might have had some sort of theory or hypothesis, and then he just took a Smith. And he's like, hey. Or he could just be some weird serial killer type guy who likes to sniff caterpillar poop, or he might have been that whatever. But
you know what I wonder? I wonder if this guy was in reality a procrastinator. So I wonder if in reality he didn't clean the cage often.
That's it.
Because he was lazy. So when he finally got in there, the thing was caked on with caterpillar shit because he was lazy.
He's busy with school, exams. He's got a job. He's working hard. He's going to visit his mom, who's a few hours away. He comes back, and it's probably full. And he's like, I guess it's time to change it. And then and then he got the smell of it, and he was like, oh wait, hold on.
Exactly. Let's make some tea. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. My final question for you: what is the weirdest thing that you have ever consumed that came from any kind of living thing?
That I consumed from any living thing.
Any living thing. Weirdest thing you've ever consumed, and it somehow came from a living thing.
I don't know. I can't think of when I think of consume from a living thing, I'm thinking of maybe eggs, or maybe I'm thinking I eat the chicken from a chicken, or but I can't think of anything super strange.
You ever had you know how you can get insects, dried insects now? You can eat that.
You can eat a dried insect?
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, I think on vacation before they had it at restaurants and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I have.
I don't think I would. I know when we were kids, me personally didn't, but that you always had that kid that ate stuff like a bug or a roly-poly or a worm. That's not me. I've never.
Are you a wrestling fan at all? Are you a pro wrestling fan?
No, I'm not a wrestling fan. I just know Randy Orton is that guy.
Okay, so a guy became famous named Mick Foley, and when he was a kid, he ate worms in school. He told the story.
Okay.
So that it really does happen. Do you know what head cheese is? Have you ever heard of head cheese?
Not head cheese.
My dad used to eat head cheese on crackers. What it is it is the inside of the cow skull that they scrape out. It's called head cheese, and they sell it in containers, and it's literally the inside of the skull. They scrape it out. It's like a paste, and people eat it on crackers. That's legit.
It's legit. If I showed up to anybody's Super Bowl party and they give me head cheese, I will be escorting myself out. Me and my lime White Claws are going to be out of there. I will tell you that right now.
I'm sure it's lots of protein. Oh,
yeah. So after a good lift of some good bench pressing and some curls, that's the first thing I'm going to get is a head cheese on a cracker.
Head cheese on a cracker. All right. I want to thank our guest. Nicktana. Nick, tell the people what you're doing and where they can find you.
Yo, thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. First off, I do want to appreciate everybody that did kick by and watch the segment of KYN Live News. I seriously appreciate it. Like he said, my name is Nicktana. You can find me on all platforms like Twitter. I'm a Twitch streamer. Words. I also do YouTube content and all that stuff. Just go on to your favorite social media. You love Nicktana. I'll probably be there. If you like everything gaming, football, right now we're working on Bloodborne. So if you guys like Soulsborne games, we are doing that. And I'm always talking football and doing football stuff and all that good stuff. So I'd love to see you guys there. And I appreciate Jimmy for having me on. This was an interesting experience. Very interesting stories. You guys pull out some crazy stuff, and it's always a pleasure to sit here and just listen to them because I had a kick today, man. I had
100% real too. 100% real. All right, well, that's going to do it for KYN Live. Tune in next Thursday at 4:00 Eastern time for more silliness that's totally real. Until then, bye for now. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.